All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Ignite Session 1, Spark Your Career. So we're going to get started. My name is Hallie Kerr. I'm our Director of First Impressions and Communications here at Keller Williams Commonwealth. And today I'm going to take you through Session 1 and 2. So here we go. So this is their basic one that they have in the slides, but our market center will be doing Ignite every Wednesday in April. It's so the first two sessions of the day are going to be from 10 to noon, and then from 1 to 3 is when the last two sessions of the day will be. So yeah, keep an eye on your April training calendar and also our internal Facebook group where you'll find all those updates. And yeah, stay informed. We're going to have a lot of cool instructors in. And we're going to talk about all things like social media, open houses, transactions, all the basics of real estate is going to be at Ignite this month. So yeah, we're going to get started today. Find how Google Slides will work here. So the course moves you through 4 key objectives. So we have real estate expert, lead generation, lead follow-up, and transaction. By the end of Ignite, you will be on the path to being a real estate expert of choice by 1, creating a robust value proposition for your business, 2, developing a lead generation system with a lead generation model that comes from the MREA, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. 3, establishing a lead follow-up system based on KW touch plans, and 4, practicing and perfecting the steps of real estate transaction to get to a successful close and get paid. So the goals are to end Ignite with 1 or more appointments, begin the process of working with a buyer or seller to buy or sell a home, and develop success habits that will benefit you through your entire real estate career. So whether you are watching this as a new agent, you just got your license, or you're needing a refresher, or whatever the case may be, Ignite is for everybody, but this really does go down into the basics, because sometimes you just need that. Sometimes, no matter how experienced you are, you just need to go back down to the basics. All right. So our next slide here. So today we begin with real estate expert of choice. These 4 lessons will set you on your path to success with direction, clarity, and enthusiasm. So today in Spark Your Career, we'll get acquainted with KW and Ignite at a high level. You will apply KW culture and your market center's culture into the way you engage and interact with others around you. You're going to tap into all the resources we offer, and you're also going to create a vision for the future and set goals. Today will be a little longer, possibly, where it's online. It might not be as long as it typically is. So we'll see how this goes. So Ignite instills in all of us a new way of thinking. It's all about having a success mindset with no doubts. Today we'll talk about an unlimited mindset fueled by the 6 personal perspectives: KW culture, the value of working with KW in your market center, KW resources that will set you up for success, your career vision, and the daily success system that is going to supercharge your business throughout Ignite and beyond. So this quote from Gary Keller and his team, this quote is from one of Gary Keller and his team's published books. I'm the Millionaire Real Estate Investor. It says anyone can do it, not everyone will. Will you? So real estate is a wonderful business and one where you can make a lot of money, run your own successful enterprise, and achieve your biggest dreams. And as the quote says, anyone can do it, not everyone will you? So I want you, where this is virtual, I want you to just write down your thoughts on this quote. And really just reflect on it and see what that means for you and what your goals are for your real estate business. And I trust by the end of Ignite, you will be lit up with the possibilities of your own success, and you will do it. All right. Over here. So the key to success and abundance, it's the 6 personal perspectives. So we have commit to self-mastery, commit to the 80-20 principle, move from E to P, make being learning based the foundation of your action plan, remove your limiting beliefs, and finally be accountable. So the 6 personal perspectives are the way successful people who've come before us think and approach problems or challenges. It's about the mindset of success. These came about from Gary Keller researching successful people in all fields and asking this question, what is it that differentiates those who achieve at the highest level from those who don't accomplish as much? From the answers, he discovered these common perspectives. They work in unison, they do not stand alone, and they work most effectively in the order shown. Embracing and committing to all 6 perspectives will help you achieve success in your life and in this business. So we're going to go through each one. So commit to self-mastery. Notice it's not commit to mastery, it's commit to self-mastery. What's the difference, you may ask? Self-mastery is possession of great knowledge, skills, and habits that make you the master of you. When you commit to achieving self-mastery, you 1, know your goals. 2, know your strengths and weaknesses. 3, know how to work with both your strengths and weaknesses to seek and master the necessary knowledge, skills, and habits to reach your goals. Throughout Ignite, you'll be acquiring the skills and developing habits to be successful, moving you towards self-mastery. So I want you to think to yourself, are you committed to self-mastery? That is, are you committed to knowing your goals, your strengths, and your weaknesses, even things that are hard to admit about yourself, or things that you're a little nervous to maybe admit that you're good at? What is your strength? It's okay to know that. Are you committed to acquiring the knowledge, skills, and habits to be successful in this business? So are you committed to keep going, keep learning? Or are you committed to admit, hey, maybe I don't know it all, I need to keep going? So I believe you've answered the question for yourself by being here today and committing to Ignite. So wherever you're watching from, this is your first step in that commitment to self-mastery. Our next one is commit to the 80-20 principle. So this one is actually really fascinating for me personally. The idea that 20% of your actions lead to 80% of your results may be one of the most powerful principles you can apply to your life. It's about getting the most from your time and effort. It's about maximizing your results and about having focus. You will sometimes hear the 20% activities be described as big rocks or your one thing, or your dollar productive activities. So I want you to think right now and write it out. What would you guess is the most dollar productive activity of a real estate agent? So think to yourself, what is the most, basically, where does it start? Where's the root of real estate? Where are you going to get most of your business and more of those transactions from? Where does it start? What is that big rock? So I'll give a little moment for you to think about that and write it down before I go into what it is. So at Ignite, we identified your 20% for you. Your dollar productive activity is lead generation. When you commit to this, you will make more money, have more time with your family, and be more organized. So lead generation is literally the foundation of this. It is going out and getting your buyers and sellers. It's going out and getting your notes and then you get referrals. It's all these things. It's even growing your downline. When you do lead generation, you have no idea how to grow your downline and get your. So lead generation, having those conversations, your social media, all the things is so important, and that is your 20%. All right, so the next one is move from E to B. So the third perspective that top performers recognize and understand is how to move from being E, which is entrepreneur, to P, purposeful. All of us can attain a certain level of success utilizing our natural abilities, and we can also expect to hit a ceiling at some point. For example, let's say as a kid you got really good at doing cartwheels and flips. Did having that natural ability allow you to perform in a circus? Most likely the answer is no. You more so probably just entertain your friends and look really cool. Maybe you did gymnastics. But you need to practice and work with a coach for some time before you can perform in circus. So it takes a little bit more than just being naturally good at it in order to go to the big leagues. So I want you all, my bad, skip ahead. So likewise, we all will hit a ceiling of achievement by relying on our natural abilities alone. And the way to break through the ceilings of achievement is to get purposeful. What does it mean to get purposeful? It means focusing on the models and systems that organize you and your tasks into the most efficient and effective endeavor possible. So does anyone have an example of a time when they reached a ceiling of achievement? So I want you guys to write that down, maybe just think of it, keep it in your head as we move on through this session. So for me, an example of that, honestly, I'll give an example. So I'm a musician. I love singing. I love playing guitar. My dad's guitar. I played in church, and I ended up for college going to Nashville for school. And going to Nashville for school, that can be competitive, especially when you're in a music program. And music is something that a lot of people, it's easy to get caught up in that natural talent. So, well, yeah, I have a good voice. I'm good. I got this. Don't put me on that stage. I got this. Well, your voice cracks because you don't do warm-ups, or your voice cracks because you haven't been taking vocal lessons to know how to properly breathe through your diaphragm, how to hit those notes, all the things. There's certain notes you can't hit just because they're naturally good. Like whistle tones, that's a thing that some people just don't have, but they can also train themselves to have. So I think that's an example when I have maybe hit my ceiling where, yeah, I'm naturally good, but I'm not good enough to get the opportunities I want. And because of that, I need to take training. I need to go to vocal lessons. I need to do other things in order to grow and get past that ceiling. So many who left a salary job for a career in business and real estate say they hit a ceiling and how far they were promoted or how much they were paid. High achievers are always looking for the purposeful way. By doing this, they break through the ceiling of their natural behavior. So wouldn't you like to achieve success and break through that ceiling? How about living a larger life? Ignite is not only designed to help start your business, it helps you grow your business. Ignite will help you move from entrepreneurial to purposeful with mindset, models, systems, and breakthroughs. The proven things that'll help you grow and succeed. All right. So the next one, the fourth one, is an obvious one and one you're already doing by being here today, and that is being learning-based. So a learning-based individual appreciates learning for their own improvement. They know what they know and know there's always more to know. An individual who does not appreciate learning is what's referred to as ignorance-based. They know what they know and ignore everything else. Like I said with my music thing. Thought I was good, here, I'll go do this, but really I need to keep growing and I need to keep learning. So training and learning-based individuals have made the decision to use effective learning as the foundation piece for their action plan to develop their life. Training and education are a big part of moving forward to attain goals and succeed at a high level. Learning-based individuals commit to the process of acquiring skills-based habits. Ignite is just a start for you as a learning-based individual. You will learn about many more learning opportunities available for you at Keller Williams. So here's a quote from Albert Einstein, who is undoubtedly a learning-based individual. I am neither especially clever nor especially gifted. I am only very, very curious, which I think explains quite a lot of things in life. All right. So being learning-based means staying in curiosity and being eager to learn. We never should want to stop learning. We never want to say that, oh, we reached it, we're at the top now, we're better. No, we never will know it all. We're always wanting to grow and change for the better. So our next one, number 5, is remove your limiting beliefs. High achievers remove beliefs that hold them back. So what are limiting beliefs? They are thoughts and mindsets that limit you. Like the ones on the slide, I don't have enough time for training. I can't be successful in this market. I can't devote 3 hours each day to lead generation. So we all have limiting beliefs, and it's best to recognize them and change them. For example, are any of these thoughts in your head? Maybe I have to be an expert and know everything before I can begin business. I'm not valid yet. I don't know how I can achieve a profit goal that will fund my life this year. I don't feel comfortable talking to people about real estate. The business will come to me naturally. I don't need to lead gen. In order to successfully develop at a higher level, you must clear your mind of limiting beliefs first. Throughout Ignite, you will learn how to combat your limiting beliefs and turn them into action. So I want you all to think, what limiting beliefs are you having right now as you embark on this career? is time, maybe write it out, keep it in your mind. So in order to achieve your success, you must release any fear of failure, rejection, and success. For example, I want you to take the limiting belief that maybe you thought of or that you wrote down, and I want you to change out these words. So for example, I'll do this one. I have to be an expert and know everything before I can begin my business. So I'll say that that was my limiting belief. Well, I'm gonna change that to, I am eager and confident to start my business now and learn along the way. So essentially, you're creating an affirmation for yourself. You are saying, no, I can do this. You're changing out the negative for the positive. That inner voice in your head that's bringing that negative, that's bringing that self-doubt, that questioning of your confidence, change it out with positive affirmations to help you grow in your business. The next one is be accountable. So being accountable is very important. So what does being accountable mean to you? I want you to think about that. And accountability is first and foremost an attitude and an approach to your entire life. So think about the areas of your life where you need accountability or where you think you already have accountability and maybe who that person is for you. But an accountable person says everything in my life is a result of my choices and actions. I own my life. Accountability is a tool for continually changing the results in your life in those areas that matter most, your top 20%. A person who is accountable in their 20% says, I own my life, and in certain areas, I want to continually improve my results. I will be purposeful and I will be learning based to continue improving. Ignite will provide you tools to develop and cultivate your accountability to be successful. So I want you to think, what ways can you be accountable right now? So where in your life do you think you can be accountable? Is it in lead gen? Do you need to hold yourself accountable that you can spend an hour lead genning? Or is it that you need to sign up for that training or that class? You need to go to that conference? You need to read that book? Is that accountability? Remember, you can reach the highest level of achievement in business and life by adopting these 6 personal perspectives that really do all boil down to accountability. When you see the areas in your life where they need some better shaping, or you need to put more time in, you need to put more energy, more thought into, accountability comes down top of it. Having someone in your life who holds you accountable, but also having self-discipline to hold yourself accountable and acknowledge where you need that help. So life happens, reality shows up. So ignorance doesn't seek reality. They don't ask any questions, but they seek reality is awareness. So what's the situation? 2, fights reality is denial, but acknowledges reality is clarity. So instead of that's not the way it is, that's your perception, that's not how I see it, it is, got it, I'll see what's going on, this is the way it is. Then there's blames, there's projection. So if they're gonna do their job, or it's not my fault, it's yours. And instead there's energy and focus and owning it, having accountability for yourself. If it is to be, then it's up to me. What do I want? This is my responsibility. 4 is personal excuses, deflection. It's not my job. It doesn't work here. I was never given a chance. Possibilities is in find solutions. So what are my options? How can I get to what I want? And what can I do? So how can I take responsibility and action in this situation and have that self-accountability? And number 5, on the negative, it's waits and hopes. So resignation. If it was meant to be, it'll happen. Time will tell. It's out of my hands. But then accountability says, they get on with it. Action plan. Let's get started. Time's up. Let's go. This is what I will do. So accountability is having the responsibility to know, okay, this is how life is right now, but I won't be a victim. What I'll do is see how I can change and hold myself accountable and be responsible for my life at this moment. So our next quote is, happiness is not an individual sport, by Sean Anker, author. So this quote is about happiness, and yet it applies to business as well. So think about if you agree with that. if that applies to business. Your business success is not an individual sport. As Gary Keller has learned, no one succeeds alone. This quote comes from Sean Ecker, who pioneered the research that reveals happy humans are more productive, creative, better at problem solving, and even healthier and less stressed. Would you agree that these outcomes lead to better business success? So when you embrace being accountable, find a mentor, coach, or partner to help you be accountable and be happy. All right. So for today, let's see. Oh, my bad. All right, so for today's agenda, Keller Williams is big on mindset. KW is also big on models and systems based on the proven success strategies of those who found success before. Our job is to take advantage of this collective wisdom so we can be highly successful as well and make this our chosen career for life. So we're going to take a look now at KW culture and how that can empower you in your business. So KW culture, we have a lot. Culture is our big thing at KW. So there's an entire page devoted to culture on Connect, our company intranet of resources available to all of you. In fact, culture is the #1 reason people say they choose KW. Today, we're going to focus on a few elements of culture, the MVVVP, Red Day, KW Cares, and KW Kids Camp. So the first one is our MVVVP, mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspective. So mission, Ignite focuses on helping to build careers worth having. Of course, the intention is to build businesses worth owning as well. Many KW agents have built businesses worth owning and are living a great life they envision for themselves. Many KW agents have grown to the point where they are achieving fulfillment by providing experiences for others and laying foundations for legacies worth leaving. By the end of Ignite, we'll revisit the mission and explore your thoughts on a life worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. All right. So the next one is the Y4C2Ts. And it's pretty long, but here, part of the MVVVP is the V, beliefs. We call them the Y4C2Ts. All Keller Williams associates agree to abide by these beliefs because it's the right thing to do. So we're going to read through each one. So W is win-win or no deal. I, integrity, do the right thing. C, customers always come first. C, commitment in all things. Communication, seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. Equity, I believe. Well, I'm tired. Opportunities for all and success results through people. So let's discuss E for equity for a minute. Passed in 1968, the Fair Housing Act made it legal to discriminate concerning the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, religion, national origin, color, gender identity, and sexual orientation. This law was expanded to prohibit discrimination based on disability or family status in 1988. So the National Association of Realtors reminds us that we are the stewards of the rights of all to own, use, and transfer property, and that we must protect the free market that depends on equal opportunity. We all must hold ourselves responsible to protect housing rights in our country. In addition, being open to diverse clients and their needs is just good business. Throughout Ignite, we'll present more about how equity, diversity, and inclusion can benefit your business. Learn more from KW's classes, The Color of Real Estate, Unconscious Bias, and Agent of Distinction. And you can learn more about these and diversity, equity, and inclusion on Connect. Okay. So our next one is more cultures represented with these KW organizations. We have Red Day, we have KW Cares, and I believe this is now called KW Next Gen. So Red Day began in 2009 and stands for Renew, Energize, and Donate. It's a day of pouring into our communities across the globe and occurs on the second Thursday of May each year. We've built homes from the ground up, gathered and distributed food to those who needed it, organized relief efforts when natural disasters hit, and spread joy and raise funds as only KW can when life takes an unexpected turn. So an example of Red Day for our market center is actually coming up, May 8th. So today is April 2nd. So on May 8th, we're gonna be helping at Greenhouse 17. They help provide shelter and housing for those affected by domestic violence. And so we're going out there, they're on a big farm, and so we're gonna do about 1,000 yards of fencing if we can get through it all. We're gonna go from 10 to 30. We're gonna paint and repair fencing. We also have some indoor service involved too, where it's just organizing and sorting donations and such. So yeah, that's a Red Day, and literally every KW office at one time does it, so it's pretty cool to think about. KW Cares is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to serving KW associates and their qualifying family members experiencing hardship as a result of sudden emergency. So they provide financial grants and aid when these unforeseen emergencies occur, and they have given away millions in support. And then KW Next Gen, I believe is now, or Kids Can, is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to empowering young adults to unlock their greatest potential through self-development events, coaching, and scholarships. So you can donate to get involved with any of these cultural organizations too. When you onboard, you can decide if you're gonna give a certain amount at each closing, and by closing, you do get asked to give. All right, so in this next section, we're going to talk about how KW as a global company and your local market center provide value to you and your clients. So since 1983, Keller Williams has cultivated an agent-centric, technology-driven, and education-based culture that rewards agents as stakeholders. KW is the world's largest global real estate franchise by agent count. It has more than 1,100 offices and 200,000 associates. KW is also #1 in units and sales volume in the United States and at the forefront of technology, training, and culture. KWX is the holding company of KW, and it's composed of Keller Williams Worldwide, Keller Manage, Keller Offers, and Keller Home Financial Services, consisting of Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered, all of which are designed to serve you, the agent, and your clients. All right. So these are the statistics of KW. So top franchise for veterans 2021, top female friendly company, America's Best Customer Experience 2022, America's Best Employers for women and new grads, Best Employers for Diversity, top 500 franchises 2022. The list goes on and on. But yeah, later we'll discuss your ability to get and receive referrals and how to easily connect with all other KW associates across the globe. So KW is a big community, one big family. That's why we have a thing called family reunion every year. So yeah, they have been ranked high in a lot of different areas, and they also provide a lot of different resources like Keller Home Loans. Just a lot of value that you bring to your clients, and there's a reason why KW is the way it is. So Keller Williams is known for its stellar coaching and training, having earned top awards from Training Magazine over 4 years to enter their exclusive Hall of Fame. So we recognize the importance of value in a training like this night course and coaching programs like BOLD that many agents take twice every year. So training is offered in several ways to make it accessible as possible. So we have classes in our market center every day almost. I make the training calendar every month, and these are full of classes that are core curriculum. So if you're a new agent, maybe go to Mortgage 101 or how to get paid or home warranty 101 even. But then also for top producers, we have how to run your business like your real estate business like a business, auctions 101. We have a bunch of different classes for everyone to keep growing and stay on that learning based mindset. But we also have events like Mega Agent Camp, we have Family Reunion, we have conferences, we have even the Saturday with KW Next Gen, where there's an opportunity to be a presenter there, so you can go and learn how to teach that course. But there are opportunities all the time for growth and learning. All right, so So KW believes that technology exists to simplify everyday life, making room for what truly matters and giving you the freedom to be more human and more present. As home and business increasingly coexist and virtual life weaves itself into reality, KW Tech provides you the right tools, tech, and resources to help you maintain your business at the highest level. So Command is the homepage for every agent's business. So Command is your database of names and contact information. It's your goal tracker. You enter goals for yourself for the month and year, and it will track your activities. Task manager to track all the things you're committed to completing. Marketing suite of newsletters, postcards, and other mailers, social media posts, and a referral network to connect with agents everywhere to get and receive referral clients. Leads. The Command app is in your pocket interface to your desktop version of Command. This app will remind you of things you need to do while storing all of your contacts and allowing you to make notes about your conversations. In addition, agents have full access to client data and can track their contacts and leads in real time. Agents also have the ability to text contacts directly through the app. You'll have the opportunity to download and use the Command app once you're in Command. So this app is for your consumers and you. So this is the consumer-facing counterpart to Command. Your contacts may search by neighborhood, zip code, school district, landmark, and more. Directly communicate with clients, keep track of showings, and be the first to know when clients start or stop their search. Buy, sell, and facilitate the entire transaction all through your personally branded KW app, which I provide the link for in your onboarding. So we will walk through the process to download and brand your KW app in day 3 of Ignite, so that is in a later session. So another feature of KW Tech is a partnership with DocuSign to integrate their document management platform in Command. DocuSign offers a secure digital workspace where you store documents and get forms signed by clients. So we also have Dotloop as well, which is something that the Bluegrass Board of Realtors provide to agents. And that's another thing that I set up and connect to your Command account when you onboard as well. All right. So I want you to think, how does this information about us, your Marketing Center, help you define your value? So what do we then provide to you for it? All right, so another of KW's values, profit share and growth share. So you heard about profit share when you joined and chose a sponsor. When you chose that sponsor, you automatically became a part of the profit share system and made your sponsor eligible to share in your Market Center's profit. So what exactly is profit share? It's completely, entirely, wholly, and absolutely passive income. What is passive income? It's money you receive without doing anything actively to earn it. So Keller Williams designed a system for you to share in the profits of the company like an owner would without any personal risks or investing in capital. This means no financial risk, no legal risk, no down payment, and no phone calls. And who benefits? You, your family, and your heirs. Yes, you can pass the income on to your heirs. Your Market Center and the people you influence should join KW by helping the Market Center grow and by helping other real estates benefit from all the value that KW provides. KW Associates and leadership as a whole. So there's also growth share, which allows you to help grow the company outside of the United States and Canada. Any KW associate can participate in and reap the rewards of both growth share and or profit share. So the goal of Keller Williams is to keep you, the agent, at the center of the home buying and owning experience. KW Realty has been joined by KW Worldwide, Keller Mortgage, Keller Covered, and Keller Offers to make sure that you're the center of the home buying experience and the center of the entire life of the home ownership experience. When we bring up these companies, especially Keller Mortgage, it's important to follow the RESPA, the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act guidelines. So pursuant to RESPA, Keller Williams Agents Associates must provide an ABA disclosure to the consumer at or before any referral is made to Keller Mortgage. More information on RESPA and the ABA disclosure can be found at KW Connect. And then you're going to learn more about what these companies offer to you as you go through it. So KW Communities, we strive to meet the needs of all associates, including those who solely specialize in a niche of real estate. There are agents who chose who choose to only help clients with commercial needs such as office buildings or retail space. Other agents are finding great success catering to clients in sport or entertainment fields. So KW provides communities for these specialties along with targeted services and marketing. Agents who become members of one or more of these communities may be offered additional resources such as marketing materials. If you're interested in the community at all, please let anyone in leadership know. All right, so now we come to the fun part. After being introduced to all that Keller Williams has to offer, it's time to focus on you, your goals, your dreams, your vision. So I'm going to ask a few questions that I want you, and this is our journal again, I want you to write them down on a piece of paper, or type them out. What drew you to this career? What excites you about this career? What do you intend to achieve for yourself and your family? And then I want you to visualize where you can be now. Feel free to pause this video, anything like that. It takes time to remember. So let's imagine it's 1 year from today, right? So write this date down, and this is what has happened over the last 12 months as you look back. So your business is thriving and your life is everything you dream of. Your customers are great about the experience and value provided. Your family and friends are so proud of your success or referring business your way. You're helping others live the dream of owning a home. You're building the foundation and momentum of your entire career and gaining relationships and the income you desire. You're a top agent in the MC or in the income rookie of the year. You're poised to hire a part-time assistant to handle your 80% while you take care of the 100%. You're on the path to fill in that blank. I want you to think about that. If this was your life, how would it make you feel? Feel accomplished. Would you feel like you've done that for its first job? How would it make you feel? And I want you to think if you intend to achieve these goals, if any of these goals are yours. Well, let's expand our thinking beyond one year. For example, what are you doing for the people you care about? What charities would you support? How would you make the lives of yourself and everyone around you better? For this next, so what I want you to do is I want you to create this same circle that you see on your screen. I want you to draw it out. And in the boxes around the middle of the circle, fill in the people and projects you care most about. You can add more boxes. It doesn't have to be everybody. I have an amount that you would like to spend on, for example, you want to pay for both your children's college tuition, or pay off your home or your car, or donate money to somewhere. And then I want you to add all the numbers along with what you need for your own lifestyle, debt and investments, and write this amount in the middle. So this is the amount that's allowing you to do all of those things that you wrote down, plus your cost of living. And don't think yourself, avoid thinking I'll never be able to afford $120,000 in tuition. Just put it in what you desire to spend. It's important to establish a mindset of caring and gratitude along with your goals at the beginning of this journey into your future. Even jobs you love have moments where you'll struggle to find motivation. And in Ignite, you'll learn a lot about the ins and outs of how to find and keep business. You'll learn everything you need to do to get a deal to the closing table. The more connected you are with what you want to do, with your success, the more you'll find that success. So as you come through Ignite, look for ways you're limiting your own success and remove the barriers you're putting in your way. Be especially aware of those limiting beliefs that can creep in if you're not careful. Connect to your goals to push through and achieve your goals. At KW, we believe in thinking big. We never limit ourselves by thinking average or anything less than big. Everyone has a big why. Your big why is what you're most passionate about. And along with your mindset and attitude, it's what drives you. So I want you to think about what stirs your soul. Think beyond your business. What really drives you? Is it money, freedom, providing for your family, college tuition, or for your children, building a legacy for the future, supporting a charity? Whatever it is, just write it down. And the answer to this question is the basis of your big why. Anyone can achieve the goal set in this course, and not everyone will. The journey requires discipline and a commitment to follow models, systems, and a schedule every day. It requires passion towards seeing something bigger than the task at hand, your big why. First, have a big why built around your passion. Then follow the models you'll learn in this course, keep doing it, and you will achieve big success. Once you have a strong enough big why, the how doesn't matter. To achieve success, you need motivation and inspiration for doing it. Your big why. And to fuel that big why will take money and income goal. So where are your commissions all going? Go. So you estimate how much you'd like to earn to pay for the things that are most important to you. So let's get real about how commissions work. Many new agents get a check for their first closing, pocket it all, and they get in trouble down the line. So let's talk about where the money goes and how much will actually be going towards your goal. These numbers are very general and are meant to only as an example. Actual amounts will vary, especially if you're on a team. All right, so typically, a total commission is split typically 50-50 between the buyer's agent and the lister, and the listing agent. But about a third goes to the market center to cover company dollar, franchise royalty, and fees, your cap. And then after they pay the market center, roughly another third goes back into their business to cover marketing, operating expenses, signs, car, phone, and anything else needed to conduct their business. And then this is how much they must save forward to pay in taxes. So let's just go back and do that again. So typically you're going to split the commission in half with the listing agent or the buyer's agent. Next, you're going to pay towards your cap. So company dollar, franchise royalty, all the things. This is what you pick at onboarding. It's going towards those buckets that you need to fill. Then the next step, though, you have to pay your own business operating fees. So is your monthly office bill coming out of this? Is your marketing bills coming out of this? Say you have an admin on staff, is that coming out of it? Whatever it may be. Next part is what you're saving for your business. So saving that for whatever goal. Is it a conference you need to attend? Is it some type of training? Is it some type of new marketing you want to do? You want to get a billboard, all the things, that's what you're saving. So this is an example of an income goal. So how many houses must you help buy or sell the next 12 months to reach your net income goal? Alright, so I'm gonna take you through kind of an example here. So A is your annual net income goal and how much money you want to make this year before taxes and operating expenses. So say this was mine. Want to make 100,000. B is the maximum amount you can expect to pay the market center. So I can expect that I'm going to pay 30. So C, your annual business expenses. So include salaries, most lead generation and marketing expenses, education. So there's 50K. So then D is your total GCI, which is the total of A, B, and C added together. This is how much money you'll need to earn from transactions to pay the market center and still your net income goal. E is an average GCI per transaction example. Finally, F is how many transactions you'll need to hit your goal based on your average GCI. To get this number, divide D by E. So now it's your turn. So go on ahead and do that same math. And you'll get better at understanding all these numbers after getting paid for a few transactions. This is an introduction to goal setting meant to motivate you to reach your income goal by knowing what it takes. For now, follow this and we will revisit goal setting in more depth near the end of Ignite when you've learned a whole lot more. Then KW Next Gen, this is what the kids can was. We have all right, so. This is going to be a reminder that for every day and night, 2 hours will be spent in a learning lesson like this, and 2 hours will be spent working in their business. So again, where this is virtual, it looks a little different. So our next thing is. The goal of Ignite is to equip you with the mindset, skills, and tools you need to secure your first appointment and reach a successful close on the buying or selling of a house. Your daily success system includes the essential daily lead generation activities to get there. The daily goal for your Ignite experience is 10 conversations, 10 contacts added to your database, 10 handwritten notes, and utilize 10-5-1 model for social media engagement. And then other enrichment offered at the end of each lesson, which you'll learn more about as we move through Ignite. So the first job of real estate agent is lead generation. The activity of generating leads is the foundation of your business, your 2%. In addition, practicing conversations and dialogues will prepare you for confidence and success. Success is measured in appointments, signed agreements, signed contracts, and closed transactions. Of course, before we get involved in conversations with contacts and lead generating, we must remember to comply with the Telephone Consumer Protection Act and do not call regulations. We review this every Ignite session because it is critical that you protect yourself and your market center from any legal action. Do not call anybody on the do not call list. There are hefty fines with this stuff. So please check before you call, subscribe to the registry, update your call list regularly, honor consumers' requests, and know the state and federal laws. If you need help with knowing how to find this, please come find someone in the market center and we will get you taken care of. So I'm going to say our legal notice. So every day in class, we will make calls to people we know and are connected to. Before you make any calls or texts, please remember to honor the Telephone Consumer Protection Act and do not call this, including those of your market center and state. If you have any questions or concerns about this, please contact your market center or attorney to ensure compliance. Also check any market center and state do not call this. Refer to the guidelines in your participant guide for more details. These guidelines are for your protection as well as for protection of your clients. All right, how conversations get results. So the daily success system requires that we talk to people every day. It's important to know what to say and we will help you throughout the night. You will have conversations of care and gratitude. You will check in with people. You will offer value and assistance. Notice I didn't say you were calling to ask if they need to buy or sell. No, because there's a better way to gain confidence and to stay in touch with people. So when they think of real estate, they think of you and the conversations you have, strengthening relationships. So just as the doctor learns anatomy before working with patients, agents must prepare to have meaningful conversations with clients. And using purposeful language helps you get to the end point, an appointment, and close a transaction. Knowing and practicing what to say helps you communicate your value and provide value to the lead or client. And proper conversations, including powerful questions, help you uncover motivations and identify any objections so you can address them upfront. And practicing conversations allows you to have a thought-out response that delivers a powerful message in a way the consumer will best understand. And practicing allows you to ask questions in a way that people will be able to quickly share the information you need. And then practice and internalization helps you gain confidence. All right, so reviewing these type of conversation starters, did you find everything you were looking for? Go ahead, look around, please let me know if I can help you. I see you admiring that big screen TV, or you're looking to get one. So, if you think about it, have you ever said a phrase that's like one of these or similar? And then what other examples do you hear? What's the common like conversation starters that you hear? So these questions are very well known and commonly used in sales and service industries. These phrases are the ones that are real estate focused and are only successful when combined with the person's knowledge of that industry, whether it's electronics, clothing, or real estate. These questions should be seen as a tool that is essential to getting your job done. Always aim to be 100% customer oriented throughout the entire conversation. So your sphere, at Ignite, we'll be having conversations with people we know and have an implicit relationship to remain in contact. We call these people our sphere or sphere of influence, or SOI. Your sphere of influence are people you have met and they know, trust, and respect you. They are most likely to help you. After all, people like to do business with those they know, trust, and respect. The contacts in your phone are a good place to look for your sphere. Your sphere of influence is more than just friends and family. So I want you to think about, would you prefer to do business with people you know and respect and trust, or do you think your friends and acquaintances would rather use a realtor they know and trust? So according to the National Association of Realtors, which we refer to as NAR, 66% of sellers and 41% of buyers found their agent through a friend, neighbor, or relative, or used an agent they had worked with before. It costs nothing to call people you already know. It requires fewer contacts and less effort to ask them for their business or to refer friends and family. So I want you to think about, who do you know going through a life event that may lead to a move? Who does not yet know you're a real estate agent? And who have you not spoken to in the last 2 weeks? All right. So this graph depicts when people are likely to move, which NAR has found that the average person moves every 7 to 10 years. The peaks are the moment a person moves. As soon as they purchase, the likelihood of move falls into a trend. And over time, the likelihood of a move builds back up again. Your job is to have a relationship throughout their home ownership. So you are top of mind when they're beginning to consider another move, or they know someone else who has a real estate need. If you don't talk to them for 8 years after a deal, why would they call you first when they're ready to move? So how would you feel though if your friend only called you when they wanted something from you? Would you feel like they cared about you? Do you trust people that do that? Do you want to talk to them and do business with them? Of course not. This is why we stay in contact with people consistently over time. When you continually offer value, they will be the ones reaching out when they are ready to make a move. So I want you to think about 5 to 7 people that you could add to your sphere. And then who do they know that's recently moved? Who might be thinking about moving? And who is somewhere in the middle? Think about that. All right, and so our next one here is the Ford method. So the Ford method is a simple conversation tool that helps you practice and helps you get into the rhythm of getting to know somebody and being intentional with a client. So we're going to use Ford throughout Ignite, but we're also going to use it throughout your whole real estate career. So you're going to have several conversations in this class. And this is the beginning of practicing conversations, which you'll engage in every day of your real estate career. So because we're virtual, this is hard to do because there are no other participants to practice with. But I want to explain how Ford works. So F stands for family, O is occupation, R recreation, and D dreams. So for examples, here's some options. You meet somebody and or you already know this person and you're catching up. How's your family doing? I heard you just had a new baby. So there's an example. And then occupation. Are you still working are you still working at the Skyline Chili? I looked out the window. Are you still working at Skyline Chili? How are you enjoying that? Any changes in the works? Then you have recreation. Did you ever get that boat you talked about? So you're not renting one all the time. And then D, dreams. Are you still thinking of retiring to the mountains one day? It is using what you've gathered in conversation, it's using connections, it's using relatability, and it is following up on those things in the 4 basic categories. So if I mention that I'm a musician, you could say, hey, how's the music thing coming along? Have any new like things coming up? Do you have any new ideas coming up, any goals? Obviously you can get more specific if you know me, I'm thinking off the top of my head. But, 4 is important because it helps you stay on track and helps you be intentional with your client without being overwhelmed about their whole life story, basically. So I do want to challenge you because you don't have a participant that you're gonna do this with. I want to challenge you to talk to somebody today in your sphere and have this type of conversation with them. Or you can do it to your parents. Or your children. Just do it on somebody to practice with, maybe don't go right out into your sphere and do it. But yeah, just have those conversations. Alright, so each day of Ignite, we're gonna go into what you think, you learned most, what was your ahas? So I want you every day to write down kind of your reflection on what that looks like after every session, what you've learned. So our next one is embrace your job, and that's gonna be hosted right after this at 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna end this Zoom so that we can start fresh, and on YouTube, we have just clear session 1, session 2. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I hope this was very informative and that you learn more about KW culture and what we provide, and how we can start you off for success. All right. And I will see you guys for session 2 of Embrace Your Job.